Sorry. So let me wait for 1 minute because only 6 students joined till now. Okay, if there are any doubt, then you can ask me till that. If you have any doubt, any confusion, anything, any silly question, whatever the question may be. I already uploaded the notes for unit 1. Okay, the total notes for unit 1 is in the Teams app. Okay, let me show you. If you go to this Teams and this 19 batch, click transfer files, unit 1. Okay, unit 1, it is DCT-HT unit 1. Okay, if you upload it, okay, this is for sphere. Okay, so the total notes, whatever it is there in unit 1, it is there. Okay, so what we can complete today, the last part is about sphere. Okay, from this section till the cylindrical we finished all the numericals, derivation, everything we did. Today we start for sphere and it will take hardly 1 to 2 class to finish it. Okay, so all of you, the unit 1 is about to complete. So please download it, read it once again, and if you all the numericals are there. Okay, let me show you. Yeah, the question bank is here. The numericals, the solution to the question bank is also there. For plane wall, composite wall, and cylindrical wall, and spherical wall, it is not there. I will upload it after the class. Okay, today, because today we will discuss about the spherical wall. After that, I will upload that solution part also. Okay. So let me start then. Okay, 12 candidate came till now. I think this is the only 15 to 20 students are only coming to the class. Okay, so let me start. So what we are discussing, let me summarize once again. So heat transfer, what are the mode of heat transfer? Can anyone say? Modes of heat transfer?
Conduction, convection, and radiation.
Okay, conduction, convection, and radiation. So in unit 1, we are discussing about conduction only. Okay, convection and radiation we will discuss in the unit 2 and unit 3 in detail. Okay, so conduction means what? Heat transfer in solids. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Convection means in fluid, and in the space means radiation. So first unit we are discussing heat transfer in solids, or you can say conduction. So what are the different type of structure is there? Okay, for that structure we will calculate how the heat is getting transferred. First structure we consider plane wall. Okay, second structure is we consider cylindrical wall, or you can say cylinder pipe. Third case we consider spherical wall, or you can say sphere. Why these things we consider? Because we know that we have to calculate the heat transfer in solid. So heat transfer in solid, the law is there. Okay, what is the law? Fourier's law. Please remember these things. Okay, Fourier's law of heat conduction. According to it, the Q is directly proportional to, okay, or we can say Q is equal to minus Ka dt by dx, where A is the area of heat transfer taken perpendicular to the direction of heat flow, K is the thermal conductivity, dt by dx is the temperature gradient, Q is the rate of heat flow. Okay, or we can write it in simpler form, Q is equal to del T by R. Okay, this is the simpler form, or we can say general form. If anyone is asked what is the general form of heat transfer, Fourier's law, you have to write Q is equal to del T by R, where del T is the temperature difference and R is the thermal resistance. Okay, so this heat transfer we have to calculate for different structures. If different type of structures are there, within that structure, how the heat will transfer? So first we consider plane wall. Okay. Suppose some plane walls are there, then how the heat will transfer? Suppose the plane wall thickness is X, thermal conductivity is K, area is A, and the temperature difference are T1 and T2. Okay, then Q is equal to what? Del T by R. Okay, del T means what? The temperature difference T1 minus T2 by R. What is the R? R means resistance to heat transfer. It is X by Ka. Okay, this is for plane wall. If the composite wall will be there, composite wall will means suppose the combination of two wall will be there, three wall will be there. Okay, combination of more than one wall. This is a series connection. Okay, then heat will here Q is equal to what is delta T by R. Where delta T is what? Suppose this is T1 and this is T2. Now these three wall combined represent one wall. So delta T will be T1 minus T2, always end side temperature. Then what is R? Here for a single wall we know that R is equal to X by K. But here we have three different wall. Both have different thickness. Both have different thermal conductivity. Okay, but same area. So how to calculate? Suppose the R is equal to R1, R is equal to R2, R is equal to R3. Resistance at three different wall is this one. Then overall resistance will be R1 plus R2 plus R3. Okay, and here R1 is what? R1 is nothing but X1 by K1 into A for first wall. R2 means X2 by K2 into A, and R3 means X3 by K3 into A. Okay, and this overall R is summation of individual resistance if they are connected in series. If they are connected in parallelly, then the rules will be 1 by R is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. This is for series connection, this is for parallel connection. If the composite wall is connected in series, then this is the formula. If they are connected in parallelly, then this is the formula to calculate overall R. Individual R, you know this one. Okay. Then we take cylinder. Okay, cylinder means what? Or we can say pipe. We know that in case of in pipe also, we are flowing hot fluid and cold fluid, and then in that also structure also we have to maintain the temperature, or you have to calculate the heat loss. So suppose this is the pipe of thickness, inner thickness R1, outer thickness R2, inner temperature T1, outer temperature T2, and length is the L. Then Q is what? Del T by R, simple. The del T will be what? T1 minus T2. T1 minus T2 means what? End point temperature. Delta T means difference between end point temperature. Here end points are T1 and T2. Then R is what? X by K into ALM. Okay. Here X means what? Here X is what? Thickness. Here is also X is what? Here X is thickness. What will be the thickness? Thickness is R2 minus R1. K is what? K is this metal. For which metal the metal that cylinder is constructed, that K is there. ALM is nothing but logarithmic area. It is nothing but 2 pi RLM into L for cylinder. 2 pi R is this area into L is this length. So total heat transfer area, because heat transfer will occur from this to this area. Okay. Here heat transfer is occurring from this area. Okay. So here we take A, here we are taking 2 pi RLM L. Then what is RLM? This RLM is nothing but logarithmic radius. It is nothing but R2 minus R1 by ln of R2 by R1. Okay. This is for single cylinder wall. If multiple cylinders are there, suppose this is first cylinder and this is second cylinder. Two cylinders are connected. Okay. Then suppose this is R1 This is R2 and this is R3. Suppose inside the temperature is this, some fluid is flowing, the temperature is T1, the intermediate temperature is T2 and outside temperature is T3. Suppose T1 is higher, then heat will transfer from inside to outside. Okay. So what is the Q here? Same del T by R. So what is mean by delta T? Delta T is nothing but the temperature difference at the end point. For composite wall, it is T1 and T3. T1 minus T3. You see, here it is T1, at this end it is T3. So T1 minus T3 by R. R means what? It is the, you can see it is the composite. Two cylinders are connected in series. So overall resistance will be sum of individual resistance. And what is R1? R1 is resistance by this first one. So it will, we know that X1 by K into K1 into ALM1. Okay. So X1 is what? X1 is the thickness of cylinder 1, this thickness. What is the thickness? This radius is R1, this radius is R2. So R2 minus R1 by K1. Suppose the first cylinder thermal conductivity is K1. Then ALM1, it is nothing but 2 pi RLM1 into L. And what is RLM1? It is nothing but R2. We are calculating from this 2 point now. Here radius is R2, here radius is R1. So it will be R2 minus R1 by ln of R2 by R1. Next, R2. R2 means what? Resistance by the second layer. Second layer, this layer. Okay, this layer. So it will be X2 by K2 into ALM2. What is X2? The thickness. Here it is thickness R3. Here up to this thickness R2. It is R3, R2. So what is this thickness? This is R3 minus R2. R is where radius of the cylinder by K2. K2 is what? This cylinder is there, na? Second cylinder. It is of different metal. So that metal's thermal conductivity. ALM, simple formula, 2 pi RLM2 into L. RLM2, what will be that formula? Here RLM we have calculated between R3 and R2. So it will be R3 minus R2 by ln of R3 by R2. Okay, this is for plain cylinder, plain wall, composite wall, plain cylinder or single cylinder, composite cylinder. Now we discuss about sphere. Okay, if some spherical material is there, how the heat will transfer to the spherical material? SP. Okay, this is the last part. Please listen carefully. Heat transfer in a spherical layer. First we consider for single spherical layer, then we will go for composite spherical one. Like previous one we discussed now. First we calculate for a single, then composite. Cylinder also for single and composite. Okay. Same like previous one. Cylinder, if you cylinder you understand now, the spherical is damn easy for you. Okay. Let me explain you. Can you give anyone who will give the example of a spherical material? Anyone who can give me the example of a spherical material?
Ball.
Okay, very good. Yeah, ball is there, football, cricket ball. The shape is what? Spherical. Okay. So let me draw a hollow sphere. Hollow sphere means what? Inside it is empty. Okay. Inside it is empty. And it is made up of certain metal. Okay, and this hole is a sphere. Or you can say hollow sphere. Hollow sphere means the sphere made up of certain metal. In between it is empty. Okay, and this is the cross sectional view, and this is what? This is the metal. Okay, can anyone give this example of hollow sphere or this type of structure? Okay, let me tell you simple example, food example. Some Amul type of toffees are there. Okay, you can see the outer layer. Suppose let us consider toffee. Suppose the toffee is spherical one. Okay, you may see some toffee, they are cream inside. Yes or no? And outside some solid chocolates are there. Okay, this cream, you know that this cream is in liquid structure. Same chocolate is there in the cream form is there. This chocolate in the solid form is there. So many times you have to see that this cream is get solidified. Why? Why it is get solidified? Because there is a certain temperature limit below which it will be at a cream state. At a higher temperature, the cream will convert to solid one. So you know that if the cream will be solid one, or you can say the lava cakes. Okay, the cream, if it will turn to the solid one, it will not that much of it will not give that much of flavor. Okay, if the cream thing will be there inside, then it will give more flavor. Okay, so how to maintain the temperature inside? So the solid layer thickness, that is important, and the material to which this solid chocolate is prepared, that is important. Okay, that thing you can determine by using these derivations. What should be the outside material, how much thickness, how much the conductivity, and how much area should be there, so that this cream temperature will not exceed more than this temperature. Okay, this is one of the example for your food example, but in many industry, if you go, the storage tankers are generally spherical shape. Okay, so inside this spherical shape, the temperature management is very much important. Okay, so how to manage the temperature, or we can say temperature management means we have to control the heat loss, either maximize the heat loss or we have to minimize the heat loss. So for that, how should be the what should be the design of spherical? We can design the thickness, the metal of construction, everything we have to tell. So for that, the heat conduction equation is required. So let us derive the heat conduction equation. So let us consider a spherical one, single spherical one. Okay, this is the cross-sectional image. Inside some fluid is there, such as at temperature T1. Suppose the radius inside is R1 and radius R2 outside is R2 and temperature outside is T2. Okay, and in which let us take a small section. Let us take a small section of sphere. Let us take a small section of sphere at a distance of r, having the thickness dr, and with the temperature difference between this point and this point, it is dt. Okay, and what will be the value of q in this section? We know that minus Ka. This, suppose that T1 is greater, then heat will transfer, and this is what? This is what? Inside maybe fluid is there, outside air will be there, but from T1 to T2 it is solid is there, so we will consider heat transfer in conduction. Okay, so it will be, we know that Q is equal to dt by dx, but here dx will be not applicable because here we have radius. Okay, so we can write Q is equal to minus K A dt by dr. Okay, like the cylinder. So what is the area then? Area means what? We can see inside the sphere is there, outside one sphere is there. So area of heat transfer. So area of heat transfer means area of sphere. Okay, because through this the heat will transfer from to outside. So what this is the cross sectional area. Okay, imagine this is the sphere inside and outside is also a sphere. Okay, so heat will transfer through all the sphere in the 3 direction. What is the area of a sphere? Can anyone say?
4 pi r square.
Okay. 4 pi r square. Okay, area of a sphere. Area of a circle, it is pi r square. Okay. So let us put it minus k 4 pi r square dt by dr. Okay. Then we can write q into dr. Q into dr is equal to minus k 4 pi r square into dt. Here two variables are there, dr and dt. Okay. So we can write dr by r square, this r square, I kept this side, into q is equal to minus k 4 pi into dt. Okay. So this is the derivation for a small radius dr, in which the differentiation is dt. Or you can say for this section, we derive the Fourier's law. Okay. This small section dr at a radius of r, we derive it. But we have to derive throughout the sphere. Throughout the sphere means from radius r1 to r2 and the temperature T1 to T2. How we can do it? We can integrate it. So integrate it. So now you know that Q is constant. So Q into dr by r square is equal to minus k 4 pi integration of dt. The limits will be T1 to T2. Radius R1, temperature is T1, and radius R2, temperature is T2. Radius R1, temperature is T1, radius R2, temperature is T2. Why we are doing it? Because we calculate for a small section, but small section we don't need. We need for overall sphere, that is from R1 to R2 or T1 to T2. Okay, this is that. So that's why we put the limit R1 to R2 and T1 to T2. Then we can write it as a Q into R1 to R2 1 by R square dr. Okay, or we can write it as a r to the power r2. This is r to the power minus 2. I can write 1 by r square is equal to minus k 4 pi t. Here no t term is there. Okay, so we can write t to the power 0. Because we know that t to the power 0 or anything to the power 0 is equal to 1. Okay. So then x to the power n integration, you know, it is nothing but x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1. Okay. So here r to the power minus 2 is there. So q. So r to the power minus 2 plus 1 by minus 2 plus 1. And limits will be r1 to r2 is equal to minus k 4 pi t to the power 0 is there, means t to the power 0 plus 1 by 0 plus 1. Limits are t1 to t2. Then it will be q into here minus 2 plus 1. It is minus 1 by r. Limits will be r1 to r2 is equal to minus k 4 pi t to the power 0 plus 1 by 0 plus 1. It means t. T1 to T2. Okay. Then we can put it in place of r. First we put minus 2 r2 minus, in place of r again we put minus 1 by r1. Okay, is equal to minus k 4 pi t2 minus t1. First, in place of t we put t2 minus, in place of t we put t1. Then it will be q is equal to 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. Okay, minus minus it will be plus, plus 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2 is equal to k 4 pi. We can write it as t1 minus t2. Because this minus term I kept inside the bracket, so this t2 minus t1 will be now t1 minus t2. Okay. So here you can write is q is equal to r2 minus r1 by r1 r2 is equal to k 4 pi is T1 minus T2. This is the overall temperature. We can write delta T. T1, T2, end temperatures. Here end temperature is T1, here end temperature is T2. So T1 minus T2, we can write delta T. Or you can say overall temperature difference. Okay. So next. Okay. So Q will be now. Q will be K 4 pi R2 minus, okay, sorry. Okay, so Q will be now K 4 pi delta T by this will R2 minus R1 by R1 R2. Okay, so this second we can write again K 4 pi R1 R2 delta T by R2 minus R1. Okay, so we can write it again. Q is equal to K 4 pi R1 into R2. We can write RGM square into delta T. Okay, by R2 minus R1, where RGM square is equal to nothing but R1 into R2. R1 is what? Inside temperature. R2 is what? Outside temperature, or you can say endpoint temperature. Their product is nothing but RGM. RGM square, where RGM is equal to, what is the RGM? It will be the root over of R1 into R2. Yes or no? Or you can say R1 into R2 to the power 1 by 2. This RGM is nothing but, we can call it as a geometric radius. In cylinders, what we derive? RLM we derive. This RLM is what? R2 minus R1 by ln of R2 by R1. It is nothing but logarithmic radius. Here RGM it is coming. RGM is nothing but geometric radius, which is nothing but R1 into R2 to the power half. Okay? Then Q is equal to K 4 pi RGM square delta T by R2 minus R1. This is R2 and this is R1. So what will be this R2 minus R1? This is the thickness. Okay, or we can write in place of R2 minus R1 simply X, where X is equal to nothing but R2 by R1, or we can say thickness of sphere. Okay, then Q is equal to K AGM into delta T by X. So what we did here, in AGM we put in place of 4 pi RGM square. Yes or no? We know that area of sphere is what? 4 pi r square. Yes or no? Yeah. Here AGM is there, RGM is there. So 4 pi RGM square means AGM it will come. RGM is what? What? Geometrical radius, geometric radius. Similarly, AGM means geometric area. Okay, geometric mean area. Okay, then what will be the AGM value? AGM is nothing but 4 pi RGM square. We know that RGM is equal to what? Our RGM square is equal to R1 into R2. Okay. So we can write it as a AGM is equal to 4 pi R1 R2. Okay. So next, Q is equal to what? We can write is delta T by X by KAGM. Yes or no? This X by KGM is nothing but what? Again, it is delta T by R. Okay. So what you observe, Q is also for a spherical body, it will nothing but delta T by R. But delta T is the temperature difference and R is the resistance by the sphere material. This resistance is nothing but X by K into AGM. Okay, this resistance R is equal to resistance is nothing but X by K into AGM, where X is equal to what? R2 minus R1 by K. AGM is what? 4 pi RGM square. This is nothing but R2 minus R1 by K into 4 pi RGM square means R1 R2. Okay. Okay. So this is the notes. Okay, I detailedly mentioned it. Please read. I will upload it today. Please read it once again. So let me summarize. Okay, please remember the summary so that you can. Okay. Before that, let me. Okay. Certain thing is there. Let me discuss and finish it first. So this is when the K is constant. Or you can say the K, whatever the K per metal we took now, that is constant. Okay. If K is as a function of temperature, okay, the what will be the function of temperature? It will be K0 1 plus alpha T plus beta T square. You know this, we already previously discussed. K is equal to K0 1 plus alpha T for a plane wall. We already derived if the K is first things we derive if the what is the for a plane wall when K is constant. Second we derive when K is not constant. Okay, these derivations we already did these things. Third we derive for a composite wall. Okay, see for a plane wall, cylinder or sphere, three derivations we are doing. Okay, first derivation for all those three. First derivation we did, we find the value of Q when K is equal to constant. Okay, what is the value? Delta T by R, or R is equal to X by Ka. Okay. Second, we find the value of Q when K is not constant. Not constant means for plane wall it is K is equal to K0 1 plus alpha T. And we derive it is nothing but delta T by R, where R is equal to X by Km into A. Here K is constant, here K is not constant. So we have to take mean temperature. How to calculate this mean temperature? We already derived. Next, we calculate Q for composite wall. Okay, for composite also, Q is nothing but del T by R. But here R is summation of different resistance if they are connected in series, or if they are connected in parallelly, 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Okay. This for plane wall also we derive these three things. For cylindrical wall also we derive what is the value of when K is constant, when K is not constant, when composite wall. For sphere also now we just derive it if what is the K value, if K value, what is the Q value if K is constant. Similar type of derivation like the cylinder, when the K is not constant, that will be there. Okay. For composite wall also the similar derivation will be there. Okay, let me show you. There is nothing change is there. See, if the K value is not constant, K value is not constant means we know that K value not constant means function of temperature. K is equal to K0 1 plus alpha T plus beta T square. Okay, so in place of K we'll put this one. K in place of K we put K0 1 plus alpha T plus beta T square. Okay, then same type of derivation we will do it. Okay, in cylinder we already derived it. The only difference is here the area will be different. There we took 2 pi r L, here we are taking 4 pi r square. Okay, similar type of derivation is there. Okay, please read it once again. Okay, this is not much of important, but you should know. I can't guarantee this question will come or not, but this is already we discussed 2 times, so I'm not going to discuss it. Okay, same type of problem is there. If you have still doubt, then you can ask me. Okay, see, this notes is with you. So what we can do is you just read the notes and come with the doubts. Okay, suppose you say, sir, I have a doubt. Okay, I will ask, where is it that doubt? You can say page number 61. Okay, so in the same notes, I will come to page number 61. Then in page number 61, if you say the third line is doubt. Okay, how that second line to third line it is reached. The second line means this one. Third line means this one. Then I can tell you how it will reach. Okay, so please follow this instruction. Read it and ask me in the question. You all have these notes. Okay, you can ask me in the 63 page how this last line came. I will explain it. Okay, don't worry. It is already I explained step by step. Okay, step by step why it is coming, how it is coming. Each by each step I already explained. If still doubt, then you can ask me without hesitating. Okay. This is for when the mean thermal conductivity, when the thermal conductivity is changing. Okay. So we know it will be Q is equal to delta T by R, or we can say Q delta T is equal to T1 minus T2 by R is what? X by Km into AGM, where Km is equal to mean thermal conductivity. Okay. AGM, we know that AGM is nothing but 4 pi RGM square, or you can say 4 pi inner radius into outer radius. Okay. Then for composite wall. For composite wall, I will not derive anything. Okay, I will ask you the question, you have to answer. Suppose this is a sphere, single sphere. Okay. Suppose another sphere is there. Okay. Suppose the radius is R1. Okay, suppose the radius is R1. Suppose this radius, inside and outside radius of first sphere, it is R1 and R2. And inside and outside radius of second sphere, it is R2 and R3. Yes or no? Up to this one, it is R2. And this one R3. Okay. And what will be the, suppose that T1 is inside temperature, outside temperature is T2. And T1 is greater than T2. And how heat will transfer? Heat will transfer from the inside. It will first cross first boundary or first sphere, then second boundary, then it will come to outside. Okay, what will be the value of Q? Please speak. Okay, anyone, please. If you are wrong, then don't hesitate. I will tell what is the value of Q.
Delta T by R, sir.
Okay, very good. Delta T by R. That is the general formula. Delta T by R. But next, for our this diagram, we have to define. This diagram is what? It is a composite wall. So delta T means what will be the delta T for composite? The end
T1
point.
minus.
The endpoint temperature here is T1, here temperature is T2. T1 minus T2. Then what is R? R is what? It is not a single wall. So two walls are there, 1 and 2, and these are connected in series. So what will be the overall R value?
R1 plus R2.
Okay, very good. It is R1 plus R2 because these are connected in series. And T1, T2, you know that. R1, R2, we don't know. So what will be the value of R1? R1 means what? The resistance by the first wall. First wall means, let us draw this one. Okay, this is the first wall. Okay, resistance by first wall. So what will the value? Simple value, we know that x by, or you can say x1 by k1 into agm1. Okay. For plain wall, it is x by ka. For cylindrical wall, it is x by kalm. For geometrical area, it is x by k1 into x by k into agm. Where x is what? The thickness of cylinder. Here the thickness is R1, up to this is R1, and up to this is R2. The thickness means what? This is thickness. So what is the thickness? It is R2 minus R1 by. Suppose that thermal conductivity of this material is K1 into AGM. AGM1 is what? We are considering first only this small cylinder. Sorry, the inner sphere. So AGM1 is 4 pi RGM1 square. Yes or no? A means 4 pi R. Here GM is there. Also 4 pi GM is square will be there. So it is nothing but R2 minus R1 by K1 into 4 pi RGM square. It's nothing but R1 into R2. Okay, very simple. Similarly, R2. What will the value of R2? Can anyone say please? R2 means what? This cylinder, second cylinder. Okay, we have to calculate the resistance. Just a minute.
AGM.
Yeah, very good. It will be x2 by x2 by k2 into agm2, where x2 is what? The thickness of second sphere. Okay, this thickness. Up to this we know that R2. Up to this it is R3. So it will be R3 minus R2 by K2. Suppose that K2 is the thermal conductivity of second wall. Then AGM2 is nothing but 4 pi RGM2 square. Okay, then what is RGM2? R3 minus R2 by K2 4 pi RGM. Now we are considering second wall. Second wall, what is the radiuses? This is R2, this is R3. So it will be R2 into R3. Okay. Okay. Then another thing. Suppose someone say the interface temperature. Suppose the interface temperature is T3. Suppose this temperature is T1. This temperature is T2. Let me draw once again. Suppose the temperature, inside temperature is T1. Inside temperature T1, outside temperature is T3. So suppose someone is asked what is the temperature of T2. For that, how to calculate? We know that at steady state. Okay. So here delta T is what? T1 minus T3. Overally, delta T means overally. Delta T1 means the temperature difference at first well. Yes or no? Temperature difference at first well. What will be the delta T1 value? Please respond. Okay, roll number 10. $19. $5.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what is the delta T1 value? Delta T is overall temperature difference. In the composite wall, what is the inside temperature and what is the outside temperature? That is T1 minus T3. Delta T1 is the temperature difference in the first wall. Or we can say first wall, this one. This temperature
T1
difference. Yeah, T1 minus
T2.
T2. Very good. Because here the temperature difference is T1 and T2. And delta T2 means what? Temperature difference in the second wall. Second wall means what? This one. Okay, what will the value? Here temperature
T2
is, yeah, here value is T2 minus T3. Okay, the end point temperature. Delta T1 means for first wall, delta T2 means second wall, delta T3 means for overall wall, 1 plus 2. Overall means it is T1 and T3. And we know that the Q value is nothing but delta T by R is equal to delta T1 by R1 is equal to delta T2 by R2. Okay, we know it. So here Q is equal to what? Delta T. Delta T means T1 minus T3 by R. R is what? R1 plus R2 because they are connected in series is equal to delta T1. It means T1 minus T2 by R1. R1 is what? X by KAGM. X means what? R2 by R1. Suppose this was R1, R2, R3. X by kg. R1 means x by Ka. X means what? Thickness. Thickness of first wall R2 minus R1 by K1 into A. A means what? AGM. AGM means 4 pi GM square. 4 pi GM square means 4 pi R1 R2 is equal to delta T2 means T2 minus T3 by R. R means what? X by K. X means what? Thickness of the second. It is R3, it is R2. The thickness will be R3 minus R2 by K2, suppose K1, K2 into 4 pi R2 into R3. Okay. I think using this formula, similar type, cylinder, sphere and composite cylinder, composite plane wall and composite cylinder, all the concepts are same. Only difference is the R value is difference. Okay, for plane wall, what is the R value? X by Ka, where X is the thickness, K is the thermal conductivity, A is the area of heat transfer. Okay, for a cylinder, what is the value of R? X by KALM. Okay, where X is what? Cylinder, where X is this thickness, or you can say X is equal to R2 minus R1. The cylinder, na, this is cylinder. And ALM is what? ALM is nothing but 2 pi RLM L. And ALM is what? Logarithmic radius. And RLM is nothing but R2 minus R1 by ln of R2 by R1. Okay, please remember these things. And for sphere, it is X by K into AGM. Okay, where suppose sphere is there, where X is what? The thickness, same thickness. Suppose this is R1, this is R2. The next is R2 minus R1. Suppose this thickness is R1 and this thickness is R2. Okay. And AGM is what? AGM is geometric mean area. Here ALM is logarithmic area, geometric area. It is nothing but 4 pi RGM square. Here 2 pi RLM square. Here 4 pi RGM square. 4 pi R square na. Here GM is there, here will be GM. Then RGM means here R1 into R2 to the power half. Okay. Only these things you have to remember. If single wall will be there, then Q is equal to del T by R. If composite wall will be there, then Q is equal to del T by R1 plus R2 plus R3, whatever the composite wall will be there. Okay. And another thing for composite wall, del T by R is equal to del T1 by R1 is equal to del T2 by R2 is equal to Q. We have to memorize these things only. Okay. So let us solve one small problem. Okay, I will upload the total notes of unit 1 today. Please read it once again. And at any time I can take the Vivas. Okay. You know now you have the marks for Viva and this assignments. Assignment I will give you after some day. But this Viva of unit 1 I can take anytime. Okay. I will not explain which date, which time. You please keep reading, continue reading. I may take any day. Okay, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, whatever the day may be, I will take the Viva, and based on that Viva, I will put the marks for the based on that I will put the marks. Okay, simple question. What I am repeatedly discussing, that only I will ask. I will not ask any in-depth question. Okay, the questions or the things that I am repeatedly discussing, that only I will ask. Okay, so please read this simple question and try to understand. Okay. Determine the loss of heat through the wall of sphere-shaped. See, your wall is there. Means it is a conduction-related problem. Solid is there, na? So conduction-related problem. Then sphere-shaped, it means the spherical related problem. Or we can say the heat transfer through a spherical, heat transfer through conduction in a spherical wall. In a boiling pan, the sphere material is there with having inner radius this meter, inner diameter, okay, just a minute. Okay. Inner diameter, this one, 1.5 meter. The total boiler wall thickness is 20 centimeter. The inner surface temperature is 2200 degrees centigrade. That of outer surface temperature is 50 degrees centigrade. Take the thermal conductivity is this one and find heat flux. Okay. So first thing what we have to do, we have to draw the diagram. Okay. So let us draw the diagram. First it is given spherical wall. Okay, so let us draw a sphere first. It is given na, determine the loss of heat through a spherical wall. So we will draw first sphere, one sphere, cross sectional image of sphere. Okay, suppose this is the sphere. Okay, cross sectional area of sphere. Having inner diameter 1.5 meter. Okay, suppose the inner diameter, suppose this is R1. So R1 will be what? It is 1.5 meter by 2 because it is given inner diameter. So radius will be 1.5 by 2 meter, or you can say 0.75 meter. The total boiler wall is thickness of 20 centimeter, or you can say thickness means what? This wall thickness, it is given, or you can say X or we can say thickness. It is given 20 centimeter, or we can write it as a 0.2 meter. Okay, then we know that this thickness is what value? R2 minus R1. Suppose the outer radius is R2. Okay, then thickness Rx is R2 minus R1, this thickness of wall. Okay, it is given 0.2 meter. Then R2 is equal to 0.2 plus R1, or you can say 0.2 plus 0.75, or you can say 0.95 meter. Okay, so till now what we got? R1 we got 0.75 meter from diameter. R2 we got 0.95 meter. And this X we got 0.2. This X is nothing but R2 minus R1. Okay, till it is clear. Inner surface temperature is given 200 degrees centigrade. That of outer surface temperature is 50 degrees centigrade. Inner surface temperature means T1, T2. Okay, so T1 it is given 200 degrees centigrade. Outer surface temperature T2 it is given 50 degrees centigrade. Then the thermal conductivity is given 0.12. So K value of this material's thermal conductivity is given 0.12 kilocalorie per hour into meter into degree centigrade. Okay. Here meter is there. That's why you convert all the centimeter scale to meter. And here degree Celsius is there. So we don't need to change the temperature scale. Okay. Then find the heat flux. Heat flux means what? Can anyone say what is the heat flux? It is nothing but Q by A. Okay. So Q by A we have to find. So first we know that Q is equal to what for a sphere? Delta T by R. Or you can say delta T means what here? T1 minus T2. Okay, by R means X by K AGM. Okay, so in the question it is asked X by K, Q by A. So Q by AGM is equal to, what will be the value? T1 minus T2 by X by K. Okay, simple. T1 you know, T2 you know, X it is given, K it is given. You can find Q by A. Okay, what is the, suppose it was asked to find Q. Okay, so whatever the Q value, you have to multiply AGM. So AGM is what? It is nothing but 4 pi RGM square. And RGM square, you know that it is nothing but 4 pi R1 into R2. R1 and R2 also it is known to you. Okay. So this unit it will come kilocalorie per meter square, and this unit it will come in kilocalorie. Okay, this unit it will come kilocalorie. This is in meter square. Okay. So this is the end of unit 1. Tomorrow once again I will revise it and I will upload the full notes today. Please read the notes once again and ask me any doubt. You can ask me on that paper, on that paragraph I have doubt. Okay. All the doubt, tomorrow will be the doubt clear session. So please come up with your doubt. Okay. Tomorrow I may take the Viva also. Okay. So please come prepare. Okay. Thank you very much.